All right, steal, kill, and destroy. You know, yesterday I had posted something about, I sound like maybe I was getting on to 99.7. I like Brian Wilson and Dan Mandis and all the cats there, you know. They get, anyway, they may have a new guy on now or something, because I hadn't listened in about a month. I was driving back from Western Tennessee, and I listened to some program over there about New Life Ministries. They were talking about some of the addiction programs they were helping people with, which is a noble cause, because I know a lot of people that's been addicted to a lot of things and dealt with a lot of them, and a lot of them have died because of them. And so that's something that's interests me and is near and dear to my heart. So I get all that, and I got this thing going. Let me turn this off. There we go. Anyway, so that was kind of frustrating to me when I get here and I try to find something, and all it is politics. So that's why I hadn't listened in a month. But it's not anything. I understand that radio is tough. I mean, you got to have something to program, and a lot of the powers that be don't want you to program anything but just talk about what is in the news already and stay along those lines. I mean, there's very few people like Rush Limbaugh who could take one subject, such as whatever it may be, and just jump on that for the day. I mean, he touched on some politics, I guess, too, you know. I mean, as far as what's in the news, he did some of that, but most of the time he would jump on like one issue and maybe something, and he'd show all the different sides of it and different things. But anyway, you know, it's kind of like, I got to thinking though about Trump, and I said, he's kind of like I was trying to think, you know, everybody's bringing DeSantis up and everything. It's almost like it's like having Moses, you know, several thousand years ago, we were all stuck in Egypt, and we got Moses, but everybody keeps pushing Aaron or something. I don't get it. Moses is up there taking all the crap from Pharaoh, and, you know, I would rather have Moses lead us across the Red Sea and part it and all that stuff. And I'm not saying Trump's going to do all that, of course, but at this point, I don't see pushing Aaron when we have somebody that basically is taking a bunch of crap for us. I mean, you can sit there and watch him. I mean, everybody's attacking him, and he's the only one that's doing it. He don't have any reason to do it. He could just go home and say, hey, you know what? If he was to quit trying to run for president, they would leave him completely alone. You understand that? Because he hadn't had any other reason. They don't have any other reason to mess with him. They're trying to distract from all the other junk. But anyway, that's neither here. That's just what's so aggravating about all of this, is that, you know, you try to find something on radio or some other venue. That's why I watch, I guess, YouTube videos and different things. And I'm not going to edit this one today very much, if at all. And it's just, you know, that's kind of, I'm not, like I said, I'm not comparing Trump to Moses, but, you know, Red Sea, red, right? Okay, so we go across the Red Sea. If he parts it, then you got all the blue coming in over and taking out all the people that are Pharaoh's men. Okay, let's just say they're the FBI and CIA and everybody else. I think that's a pretty good analogy. It's probably going to be more in tune with what you read in the Revelation in the coming days. But, you know, it's just so frustrating, because you see all these things, these issues. There's millions of people dying for a certain reason that most people aren't going to talk about, especially on mainstream radio or anything else. And it's like we're all, you know, just, you know, kind of just complacent about it. There's not much said about it. There's millions of people that have died suddenly for something. I'm not going to get into it either, because this will get censored. But I'm saying there's millions of people that have died, and it's been talked about on some of the official CDC sites and everything else. And it's just kind of, it's like taken as, okay, that's just, you know, breaks the naval air, as a friend of mine used to say. That's just one of those things that happens. And that's just so sad. I mean, we just got through celebrating a whole month of what's reminiscent of Sodom and Gomorrah. So maybe we're going to have judgment on us. I don't know. I mean, that's basically it, isn't it? That's what we've done. We just got through with a whole month of that. We don't even give a whole month to the veterans or anybody else, but somewhere along the line, the Wizards of Smart decided that we need a whole month to celebrate something that Elohim, God, wiped 2 cities out for back in biblical times. And if he's the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow, like it says in, I think it's Hebrews 13:8, then we're treading on very thin ice, is all I can say. But okay. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just, it's tough. I've got another channel too, TribFish. And I just try to have good programming. I could be on here every day too, reading the news and stuff. And there's some people I watch that are pretty entertaining at that. Economic Ninja's one, but you know, he's limited too by what's in the news as far as financial information and economics and banking information, that type of thing. And we all are. I am too. If I tried to do this every day, I'd be having to read the news and come up with something, because it's tough being on radio. So I wanted to give that apology or whatever, and let people know in radio I'm not riding on you as much as probably it sounded like, because I understand it's a tough gig. I was on the radio years ago, and I wasn't even on talk radio. I was doing a DJ. I wanted to talk, but they didn't want me doing anything but PSAs and reading the weather, maybe. You know, that's about it. You know, announcing a song, and they didn't even like me announcing songs as much as I sometimes did. I've got phone calls. Hey, you don't have to announce every song. I enjoy radio, and it's just a shame that the powers that be that control the program directors and different things, because I know Dan Bandits probably wants to get into some other things too. The powers that be don't let them. I mean, they're not going to let them go off and talk about the millions of people that's died and the irregularities in some of the past elections and stuff. Oh no, you'll end up like Tucker Carlson or somebody, and they'll have to get rid of you. They want the masses just to keep eating the grass, you know, like the cows. They just want them, just give them a little bit of grass. Don't give them any, you know, vitamins or anything. Don't you know. We'll just keep them inoculated and make sure they have their antibodies, and we'll just keep them going until we can get them down the road where we need them and can control them. You know, I was trying to think. There was another analogy I thought of, but there's an old one, of course, the ones where how do you catch wild pigs? I guess you probably heard that one, where you put food out and all the wild pigs come and eat it, and then you build up one side of a fence, and then, you know, you keep feeding them and they keep coming back, and then you put up another side and they may stay away for a day or so, but then they'll come back and they'll start eating the free food again. Then you put up the other side, and it looks like a big C now with the fence, and they're still going in and eating that free food or free whatever you're going to give them. Then you put up the other side with a gate, and then you let them come in and eat a few days, and then one day you just go close that gate and you caught all the pigs, right? All the wild pigs. That's kind of like communism. They're going to keep taking things away from us over and over and over until finally they got us. Because they've got us, they got a lot of us in debt. They have us a lot of us that are over a barrel that way. And if things keep going the way they are, where they keep cutting into our food supply and they keep taking over our banks, and they cause businesses to fail and people to lose jobs, there's going to be a lot of more people dependent on that government, and they're going to either be able to control you or take everything you got, and or both. So that was kind of what I was getting frustrated with yesterday. I don't know what I expected to hear. I guess maybe I shouldn't expect to hear anything different than what programmers are going to program, and that's basically whatever's in the news, whatever the powers that be deem is newsworthy today. And most news sources didn't even report on the fact that Biden's been impeached and all kinds of things of that nature, you know, in the House. Now, if it was Trump, they would be all over it, and then 24/7 and how bad it is, and it's the first time as a president, you know, it's unprecedented here and unprecedented there, and blah 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 and all this good stuff. But they'll report on that. But you know, Biden taking $40 million from other countries that are our enemies and all this stuff. Oh, that's just normal stuff, right? Anyway, y'all have a good day, and see you again soon. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and help push this out if you would. I'd really appreciate it. And if you agree with what I'm saying, give me a thumbs up down below, or maybe make a comment. That would be really great. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.